that was when I gave up on social media. In 2023, I was posting a deadlift video compilation and I was showing all my fails. And I made that video because I was trying to inspire people to work hard and not give up. And I remember I was checking my Instagram one day and I received a bunch of hate. Ha ha ha, use my code for 95% off Gymshark apparel. You wouldn't understand how complicated it is to cater to my fan base while maintaining a balanced lifestyle. Anthony Lamb, ha ha ha. You're not him, bro. Am I your favorite micro niche celebrity right now? And I remember reading that and I got pissed off. I was just trying to help people, I was just trying to inspire people, and I was getting made fun of for it. It made me very insecure about posting content after that. And I had a page of 50K followers on Instagram and TikTok, and I just stopped posting. That was when I gave up on social media in 2023. Find your dreams come true. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through all the times I quit social media, because you know me now as the Anthony Lamb, the fitness coach, but you don't know my backstory and how I got into social media and how long I've been doing social media for. I've been doing social media for basically my whole life, and I gave up a lot. I gave up around 3 to 4 times on social media, but now this is my last time. And if I quit this time, I'm never coming back. And I'm really hoping that whoever's watching this doesn't wait like me, and whenever they have a goal or a dream, they hop on it instead of waiting, because that's what I did. I thought I had all the time in the world, and now my mom is 61 and she's still working. My goal has always been to provide and serve, and I did go through my phase of being selfish and just doing things for myself and doing it for validation and ego boost, but that doesn't fulfill me anymore. And now what fulfills me now is just having a bigger purpose to serve, and the next person I want to serve is my parents, my mom and my dad. So yeah, I don't have time to quit social media a 4th time. This is gonna be the one and last time, and if I quit, I'm never coming back. So I really hope you guys understand that we don't have all the time in the world. 2020 was the first time I got on social media. It was during COVID. I was in my room like any other kid and I had nothing else to do. And I remember I had this vision in my head. I was like, social media, TikTok is getting more popular. I had this vision in my head of how many followers I wanted to have. I just didn't know how to get there. And I remember I was doing this thing called engagement baiting or engagement farming. So I'd basically force the viewer to like, share, and comment on the video so that it would boost my account and I get a lot of followers. And then I thought that I made it. Once I got 50K followers on that account, I can transition into other aspects of content. But I realized that that's not how it works, and it just leads to a bunch of ghost followers. And I remember I was doing this very corny video. Simon says like, comment, subscribe, or follow, and I would just engagement bait and I would engagement farm a bunch of followers. And at the time I thought that was good. As long as I get followers, doesn't matter how I get it, then I can build a fan base. But it eventually died out. And I remember we were on this app called Yubo, and my friends would screen share their screen and they would just go through their screens and they were screen sharing their camera roll, they were screen sharing their messages, and they accidentally opened the message with the group chat making fun of me. And I remember I was like, yo, what is that, bro? I was like, my heart like sank. I was like, yo, like that's literally me. Why are you guys making fun of me? Like, aren't you guys my friends? And then yeah, they were all making fun of me in the group chat, but they never said it to my face. But I still stayed friends with them anyways because I was like, you know what? I don't got any other friends, so might as well. So 2021 was the year I got into photography, and I remember I always loved cameras. Like ever since 7th grade, I've always been into cameras.
Yo, they see me through the window, oh my gosh. Yo, I look like I'm talking to myself, oh my gosh. I don't want to be just a photographer, I want to be basically anything involving videography, photography, or like cinematography, anything goes. I really like making like YouTube videos. What inspired me was probably Rice Gum, actually. Rice Gum. And
I remember 2021, I was like, I'm gonna start this photography business. I started this photography business because I love social media. I love the aspect of everybody uses social media, so there's no way you can't make money off of social media. I was doing a lot of senior pictures, a lot of senior photos, and eventually when I got more into the gym, that's when I slowly eased off of photography, and that's when I'll get to the next part. And eventually I stopped using my camera. I got a little bit less into photography, but I still had my camera. So I remember 2022, this was when I started social media for the 2nd time or 3rd time. And this is when people barely use their cameras in the gym. They mostly use their iPhones. So I remember 2022, I was using my camera, and I remember posting a bunch of gym motivational videos, and I just kept posting and posting and posting. And eventually they blew up. I got a bunch of followers. I got up to around 50K followers on TikTok and Instagram. Keep in mind, I was only like 18 at the time, so that was the start of me trying to take social media seriously. And during this time, I had no brand deals, I had no sponsorships. At the time, I was trying to get sponsored by Gymshark or Young LA. I just wanted to keep posting. And I would get comments like, oh, you're so inspirational. Oh, like you really changed my life. And at that moment forward, I was like, yeah, like this is what I want to do. I want to take gym motivational content seriously. And a little bit of time goes by and I end up choosing to go to school, going to college, because that's what my parents wanted. And I also too didn't want to disappoint them. And I eventually stopped making videos because I didn't have time. And I was also doing really bad in school. I was really close to failing. And then I wanted to take my school more seriously, so I completely stopped posting, completely stopped social media. Beginning 2023, this is when I started getting more competitive into powerlifting. And this is when I was kind of posting, kind of not posting, but I really did want to get back into social media. That's when I got the hate comments. That's when I got people, adding me in their stories, making fun of me. And at the time, I didn't want to block them because I was like, if I block them, I'm giving them the power. And I had a very fragile sense of masculinity at the time. So I didn't block them. I would see all the mentions, I would see all the comments. I remember I was just feeling this rage and then this anxiety, and I couldn't stop feeling that way for a while. So I eventually stopped social media. I stopped social media, I stopped posting completely, and I just gave up. I told myself I was gonna take a break from my mental health for a little bit, and I just never came back. I never came back, and I stopped taking social media as seriously. I would post a few times here and there, but I eventually just gave up. The whole point of me posting on social media was to inspire people, and I kind of lost that part of me that wanted to just inspire people. I'm hoping I can look back on this video like a year from now and, be proud of myself. But yeah, all I have to hold on to right now is just hope in God that things will get better. And then 2025 was my first real heartbreak, the heartbreak that makes you just want to end it all. But yeah, I went through my first really bad heartbreak, the one where you can't sleep for days, can't eat for days. And just like anybody else, I was using very bad coping mechanisms. I was smoking almost every single day because I just hated my thoughts. I'm still going to the gym, but I'm not taking it as seriously. I'm just going through the motions. And then I remember I was laying down in my bed, and then I was looking at this guy named Josh Chang, and I remember I followed him because I was like, this guy is so inspirational, right? And I remember he DM'd me. I was like, oh shit, it's a famous influencer DMing me, or coach. I was like, this is insane. And he asked me, he said, yo, do you want to be a coach? And I was like, shit, I'm not even qualified. I'm still a teenager, or I'm 20 years old right now, or 21. And he was like, it doesn't matter, you can still be a coach. So I was like, fuck it. Bought into him. Started coaching for a few months. And then I remember I loved coaching because it gave me a sense of fulfillment. I love filming videos, I love editing them. And for the first time, it led me to stop thinking about my ex because I had so much drive towards the business that I eventually cut out all the noise. And then from January to March, I was going all in, and it was giving me a sense of fulfillment, right? When I put my head down and just grinded and worked, it didn't matter if my videos were bad. As long as I tried and as long as I put effort into something, that's all that mattered to me. And I felt a sense of fulfillment. And eventually, I kept going and going. And eventually, March, April, I burnt out. I completely burnt out. My business stalled out. My videos weren't doing as good. I couldn't close another client. And then I bought into another mentor. And I remember he was telling me, yo, use some green screen, stop using your camera, do green screens because it got him $40K a month and I should do it too. And I remember I looked at my camera and I was like, I don't really think I want to do that. I think I want to use my camera. And he was like, well, and from that point on, I've kind of been trying to do different formats for the sake of trying to be like every other coach and trying to be like every other fitness coach. But I always felt like I lost my creativity side when it came to posting content. And I lost doing content for the fun of the game and just making videos for the fun of the game and not, to attract the ideal customer and not to attract the highest paying customer. And, and for the past few weeks, I've been miserable. And after talking to my mentors for a little bit, I realized that fitness is way more than fitness. Fitness is just one step into a bunch of other pillars into my life. And there's so many other parts of me besides fitness. You see me right now, I'm in shape, but this is not the only thing about me. There's so much more to me, self-development and just a lot of other parts of my life in this business that you guys haven't learned about yet, and it's because I try to tie everything back to fitness. So this video is kind of just trying to tie everything back to me as a person and not just Anthony Lam, the fitness coach. So yeah, this video is just for you guys to understand that please do not give up. I know it sounds corny, but my biggest regret, honestly, is giving up on social media so early. And I wish I kept going. I wish I invested into mentors earlier, and I could be way ahead right now, but it took me a while. It took me getting made fun of so many times to realize that it doesn't really matter, because we only have this one life to live. So we might as well try to follow our dreams, try to provide for the people that we love, like our parents, and eventually everything's gonna work out. So my name is Anthony Lam. It is August 6, 2026. I'm gonna retire my parents through coaching, not fitness coaching no more, just coaching. All right, I'll catch you guys, man. Peace.